Tips on how to maximize muscle growth. Be honest with yourself. There have been times where you have been lifting and up to 6 months to a year, your physique doesn't change at all. You're getting stronger on the bench, squat, and the deadlift, but your physique stays the exact same. What mistakes are you making? How do you fix them? Those are the questions that I will be answering in this video on the best tips for muscle growth. So without further ado, let's jump into this video. Okay, mistake number 1. You are lifting in too low of a rep range. Yes, I don't know about you guys, but when you lift extremely heavy, I'm talking about 1 to 8 reps, usually when your time under tension is 30 seconds or under, you are not maximizing muscle growth. Your muscles are not experiencing the same amount of damage and tension that they would be from a 50 to 60 second set. I'm talking about 12 to 15 reps. You should be lifting in the 12 to 15 rep range to absolutely maximize muscle growth. Studies will show that when volume is matched, you build the same amount of muscle, but no one is like Arnold Schwarzenegger and they're going to be in the gym for like 8 hours a day. No, bump it up to 12 to 15 reps and make sure to time your sets and at least hit 55 seconds. Tip number 2 to maximizing muscle growth. Train harder. What do I mean? Train with more intensity. If you are on rep 11 or rep 10 and you stop because you are tired, you're not maximizing muscle growth. You should be training hard. I'm talking about an RPE of 9 or 10. What does that mean? That means that you should be going to failure or 1 rep shy of failure. You should be training hard. If you're on the 10th rep and you can get 15 and hit failure on the 15th rep, go for the 15th rep and next time go for the 16th rep. So tip number 2 is to train harder. Trust me, training harder is the biggest step towards getting out of that plateau and it will maximize muscle growth. Trust me, training hard is the key. Your body needs a stimulus to grow. By going to the gym and training to failure, your body doesn't know that you're in a safe place, benching a weight with good people around. Your body thinks that you are in a life or death situation and now it has to grow muscle and get stronger to survive. Now by knowing that, you can manipulate that by going to failure and actually putting in effort when you go to the gym. You're not going to build 50 pounds of muscle by scanning your little phone on a little beeper and by doing a lap in the gym. That's not how it works. You have to put in the effort and you have to train to failure. Okay, tip number 3 to maximizing muscle growth. Stop skipping meals. Yeah, you need to stop skipping meals. You should be eating at least 4 to 5 meals a day. Make sure to spread them out over the course of the day and at least eat 25 to 30 grams of protein per meal, or 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. If you are 200 pounds, eat at least 200 grams of protein in a day. When you get up in the morning, eat protein. Before you go to bed, eat protein. Always eat. You should never be skipping your meals because you can only spike muscle protein synthesis so many times throughout the day, and by skipping a meal, you are sacrificing that moment to spike muscle protein synthesis and to build muscle. My next tip is to stop doing hard cardio. Yes, doing extremely hard cardio, I'm talking about HIIT cardio, and actually doing it right is going to hinder muscle growth a ton. Your body can only recover so fast. You can't lift weights extremely hard and then do extremely hard forms of cardio. Your body just can't recover from both. It'll actually break down muscle and you won't recover properly, and it will take longer to recover from your hard leg days if you do extremely hard forms of HIIT cardio. Tip number 5 on how to maximize muscle growth. Get your sleep. At least 7 to 8 hours a night, even 9. Getting your sleep will aid in recovery and muscle growth. At night when you're sleeping is when you're building muscle. That's when the actual muscle building magic happens. It's when you're sleeping. That's when you recover. So by neglecting sleep or not getting enough at night, going to bed too late and waking up too early will affect your ability to build muscle a ton. If you're having trouble sleeping at night, it's good to take things like melatonin or ask your doctor to get something prescribed to you to help you get good sleep at night. If you're wondering why people around you are building more muscle than you faster, even though you guys have the exact same diet and training gym program, it's probably because they are getting better sleep than you are. Get your sleep. Okay, this next tip applies to the people who are losing weight. If you are dropping weight way too fast, I'm talking about in a week you are losing 4 pounds. If you are like 210, you are losing weight too fast and your body is compensating by using muscle. If you drop weight too fast, you are losing muscle. Yeah, sure, you can starve yourself and lose a ton of fat, but you're also going to lose a ton of muscle. If you're trying to lose weight fast, eat a ton of fiber, try to stay full with lower calories, and try to eat a ton of protein to at least save some of the muscle if your goal is to lose a ton of fat in a short period of time. Trust me, you don't want to lose the years of progress that you made in like a few months because you are eating absolutely nothing. My final tip to maximizing muscle growth is eating in a calorie surplus. What does that mean? You are eating more than what your body needs to maintain itself. By eating in a calorie surplus, no more than 500 calories, you will be gaining muscle at a faster rate, and you will also be gaining fat at a faster rate. Eat in a smaller caloric surplus to make sure that you don't gain that much fat as the weeks go by, but your body will put on muscle faster when you're in a caloric surplus. That's just how the body is. So to absolutely maximize muscle growth to the best of your ability, definitely be eating in a calorie surplus and eating a ton of protein. Like I said before, you will be gaining fat, but you won't be gaining as much fat if you're eating in a small caloric surplus, and you are absolutely maximizing muscle growth as best as you can. Those were my 7 or 8 tips on how to absolutely maximize muscle growth, and some mistakes that you may have been making which you can now correct to maximize muscle growth. If you have any questions about anything I just said, feel free to DM me on Instagram. That will be linked in the description below, Adrian_Jones_XX. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to watch more videos like this in the future and to get more advice from me.